According to the UNDP representative, for a developing country like Vietnam, the progress it has achieved over the past time is very encouraging. Vietnam had even moved into the middle income status before the COVID-19 impacts.
Overall, in Asia, Vietnam is doing very well. And globally, I think it's in the top third of countries in terms of the progress being made. So we can say in general that it's doing better than would be expected.
The UNDP chief in Vietnam said by 2030, Vietnam would be likely to achieve 5 out of 17 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, including those on poverty, hunger, quality education, climate actions, and global partnerships. It would be challenging for Vietnam to accelerate the realization of the SDGs of the next 10 years, also known as the Decade of Action, according to Terence D. Jones. However, he said he believed that Vietnam would make more progress thanks to the government's efforts and appropriate policies.
Yes, of course it's a challenge, but the fact that the government have internalized it in their own SEDP, both for the next 5 years and the next 10 years, is the most important signal that we are likely to make progress, because it represents the government's and the nation's objectives as well. So it's not a separate agenda. Secondly, the government have plans to make sure this is also implemented at the provincial level. So it filters down in a very real way to local decision makers as well, to use this as part of their planning process.
According to the National Report 2020, which was announced on October 21st, Vietnam's ranking has been on the rise over the last 5 years. Last year, the country ranked 49th out of 166 countries on performance in SDG implementation, 5 places higher than the 2019 ranking. 17 global SDGs have been nationalized into 115 Vietnam SDGs in its National Action Plan for Implementation of Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development based on the country's development context and priorities.